You are now rocking with 360 Brunch.
It's your boy Shy Boogie.
It's your girl Miss Carla Anna. We have some dope guests in the building right
Surprise,
now.
surprise, New York City. Surprise, surprise.
We got some Brooklyn. We got some Queens in here.
Let's just say we're well rounded.
Well rounded.
Be ready.
Rappers.
You gotta be ready at all times. At all times.
So Shy, let them know who we got sitting here with us.
New York City, we got Tier NYC in the building right now.
We got the creation in the building. They done came through with the hats, the Tier hats. I gotta find out how
This is 2018 Tier. This is not 2017.
This collection
Now, first things first, let me let you understand something. That's swag.
Yeah.
That
Special cloth alert.
you know.
Hey,
Hey Vic, I've been waiting for you to come over here. We're still in the meeting, Vic. And this is gonna be one long ass meeting.
so guys, can we get an introduction? Start with you.
All right, Victor, if you guys don't know me already, you can follow me. I put the V in smooth
Nobody wants
on
to
IG. You know, I get like Victor. You know, I'm one of the co-founders of Tier NYC.
My name is Nigeria. I'm also a co-founder of KNYC from Brooklyn, New York.
Brooklyn.
Yeah, my name's Esai G. Simon. You know, last name Grizzly, I'm Haitian. Bye bye.
Shout out to my Zeus. I love my Haitian friends.
I mean,
Yeah, totally.
last co-founder of TNYC. You know, we here. That's right.
Y'all sounding kind of mellow right now. Y'all went out last night? Y'all was turning up?
You went out prior to this, actually.
Yeah.
We just came from a meeting.
We just came from brunch.
Y'all sit here in that bag, the brunch way?
So, but I'm glad that y'all went to brunch, because isn't brunch better than breakfast nowadays?
Yeah.
Definitely is.
So I want to know what this meeting was about.
The meeting was about our spring, summer 2018 collection and our potential fall collection coming up 2018.
So what's up for the spring? Can 360 know first? Can we brunch way first?
For me personally, I just really want a model.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm really trying to do is model.
Look good, just not.
Our personal spring 18 collection isn't finalized yet, but our spring summer 2018 collection is actually a collaboration with one of our good friends that's actually here with us in the back, Pierre.
Okay. Yo, Pierre, you wanna come out here?
But
Yeah, you know he's definitely a dope artist.
And
He's definitely up and coming, definitely been doing his thing, and that's also our frat bro. So we've been back and forth at it for a long time, and we both feel like we're finally in a stable place to merge and collaborate our great minds and our great brands.
and you know that right there is what really kind of drives the culture right now. Being exactly us knowing exactly what we're capable of,
Yeah.
and not just knowing what you're capable of, but knowing that it has substance. It has enough for
Of course.
a neighborhood. It has enough for a city, a block. It's not just a room full of just nothing.
Of course.
So let's just to start it off. How did you guys say to yourself, I want to say, you know, we could be friends and stuff, but let's forget the friendship.
yeah.
I think we can make something happen here. I think we're on to something big. I think we can make something wide, so a wide range from young to old, and this is how we're gonna do it. So how? Let's start there. How?
For us, TNYC, like, I feel like we're making our own lane right now. Just the fact that we collaborate art, the ideals of art, you know, things that make up art with clothing as well. Like, I think that is why we're gonna be here for a long time. So like, and just coming in, and she said Tier. Like, I like the sound of that. I mean, we call it TNYC, but Tier could be new thing 2018. You know. But,
So like the name Tier, where did it even come from?
The name tier came from the word upper tier. It means to be higher or greater than. When you think about art, when you think about the history of art, when you think about just human classism and like general, you always have people that's lower class, middle class, higher. So that sort of hierarchy of things and just the way that we perceive like clothing and everything, like it's always a brand that's better, or like if you have like brands that's classified between urban brand or streetwear brands or luxury brands, X, Y, and Z. So when we first started Tier, which actually started in Vic's basement, we all sat inside of a room. We sat in Vic's bedroom actually, and we were just talking about like different things that we like in art, different things we like in history, different things we like in clothing in general, because we all perceived ourselves to be very stylish people. You know, given the fact that we all have 3 different styles, like, you know, like I've even learned like some style tips and dress tips from Vic, some from Eastside. You know, because I'm naturally from Farragut Projects. There wasn't really no. There wasn't really no.
There's no fashionist in Farragut. I mean, we can say that.
So the thing is, and these are 2 kids from Canarsie, Brooklyn, where versus like I grew up in the projects. They grew up in
the houses,
nice 3-story homes. You know. So, but even from there, we were just talking about like different things in art and different things in fashion, and I feel like at that very time, a lot of like celebrities and artists and like different people of fame was just like purchasing art. They were like so art heavy, like getting like Cause and Jeff Combs.
And I definitely remember that time period because that was there was an artist out in Baltimore at the time, Delano. He was real big on art, and he was doing a lot of things that was cultivating the whole essence of art. He was painting cars and So and I remember at that time period, this is probably like sophomore year in college around that time, and this is when I had transitioned myself. I went to Old Westbury at first, and I transitioned to Delaware State University. So it was then, you know, I started to get Baltimore friends, DMV friends, and they always were speaking about this one particular artist, Delano. And it's crazy how, like you said, how art, the essence of art has just picked up throughout these couple of years, because I actually really remember people actually really being thrilled for his art. And then you have another artist out of the blue. This one does this and this one does that, and the essence of art just grew.
So like this is around 2012, 2013, 2014, where like everybody, like the culture of like different celebrities, famous people, everybody was just like art. They're purchasing art, purchasing $1 million painting there, $1,000 painting there, X, Y, and Z. And a lot of times, some of it just seemed like because, you know, people wanted to be cool, they wanted to have art in their crib. And our thing was like more so, you know, we are all artists in different perspectives and different backgrounds. Like I grew up sketching and watching anime and drawing. Vic grew up drawing, painting, everything, and he actually went to art to art school, and he ended up going to college for art. I ended up going to college for graphic art. You know, Esau was into art too, but he ended up going to school for like counting and stuff like that. But we all had art, like this different artistic mindset. And when it came from there, it's like, all right, yeah, it's cool that everybody like art now and everybody wants to buy these paintings and everything else. But how much do you really know? When was that painting made? When was it founded? How did that person made it? What
kind of paint did they use?
Yeah, you know, like how was that person inspired? Like, was it during like war where people were dying and they used art as like an expression to bring people together, X, Y, and Z, you know? So when it came to Tier, we wanted to bring art to a different level, a different light,
to the top,
which is why the name Tier came about.
And it's so unique. It's unique because you got to think about it, right? A lot of clothing brands nowadays, when you actually hear the name of the clothing brand and you see the clothes, it correlates.
It does.
It just
correlates. Exactly.
It's almost like let's say for instance, when who came out with the clothing line one time, and it was, for instance, Slowbucks. You knew for a fact. I mean, you look at the snail with the bucks coming out, it went exactly with the name, Slowbucks. Oh, cool, that's cool. I'll get a little snail shirt if I want. Tier NYC, you're clueless of what you're actually about to get. You don't even really know. Some people don't even know what the hell Tier is. That's why I had to ask.
And I have a question for you guys. What would you say your definition of art is? If you had one definition to choose, and does your brand represent it?
Or one word?
Or one word?
Both. Give me a definition and a word. Spice it up.
A word would be expression. A definition for me personally, because everybody has their own definition of art, would be the expression of feelings.
Okay. I'm gonna go next. One word for me would be eternal. And to define it, I would say like honestly, art is everywhere, right? And you get inspired by things that you don't even know that you're being inspired by. Just because you see it, you don't even remember why you like something. And then you realize, wow, like, just through the process of walking around and observing, that is your influence. So I think that's what art is, honestly.
Right. So to me, art is everything. Like I think everything can be interpreted as art. Like, you know, tables, chairs, just like cars, everything around you is expression of art because it was at one point designed and expressed to someone's like visual, mental, you know, capacity.
Right.
And for one word that explains art for me, to me is wealth. Like to me, art is wealth.
Because art is it's priceless, and that's the crazy part. It's wealth, but it's so priceless with it. Like, because what you guys are doing right now, to me personally, has never been done in New York City. You see, it's one thing to start a clothing line, and that's cool. Everybody gets that little one chance to start something where you're actually stable financially. You have the you know, you have the materials, you have everything needed, and you just go, and that's fine. But there's something different with you guys. You see, you guys have more of an elegant kind of story. You guys have more of a precise way of a hood loop. You know what I mean?
And I feel the realness. I don't feel like you guys just came together, let's slap something on a shirt, let's slap a T on a shirt. I feel it's genuine, it's real, and y'all care about what y'all are producing and giving out to the community.
I'll tell you firsthand, we legit.
If you could be a fly on the wall.
Oh, trust me, I already know.
If you were in our meetings, you'll see like, oh, those guys really friends. Like, there's been times me and Vic was about to rip each other head off. All because like that's just how passionate.
Oh, trust me, I just pulled Carlos wig off the other day.
I heard Wiggs was in.
She pisses me off.
I'm too shy. I don't listen to him. Straight beat him up all the time.
But New York City, after this little commercial break, we're gonna go right back into Tier NYC. Here's Cardi B. Motorsport. I keep saying Cardi B because she's just taking over the entire world right now. But here's Motorsport, ladies and gentlemen. You are now rocking with 360 Brunch.
360 Brunch, the brunch way.
Yeah.
360 Brunch, Tier NYC. We are still here. We still going.
Oh,
yes.
Before we continue, I wanted to let y'all know, y'all our first guest of the year. Let's start it off.
That's a pleasure.
We gotta start it off right. We gotta start it off right.
I got my mic in order. Okay.
You got the mic in order over there?
And everything is premeditated over here. Like, we know that we was gonna have you guys last month. We just was waiting to see exactly what day we gonna ice it up a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because I've been telling Vic for weeks. Hey, bro. Be ready. Yeah, and that's the funny part because, and this is another thing. This is why things are just so dynamic when it comes to creativity. You don't even have to physically know people, meet them, and we're already like in the same loop. You know what I mean? And it's crazy. All you're really waiting to do is meet, and then after you meet, you get busy. You start creating things because you got to think about it. How many of us have mutual friends?
That's a fact.
Me and I
We've been
that.
But that's what Vic said. Vic said, listen, you know, me and my homeboy Shy, I'm like, yeah, the girl he worked with, that you keep saying the girl, I'm like, bro, I knew something 14 years old.
And it's crazy because I'm telling Vic, I'm like, yo, bro. I'm like, yo, this, you ever know Tier NYC? He said, that's my stuff.
He didn't even know.
And I'm literally on the grid. We're at work. We're on break, and I'm like, yo, I gotta get some of these shit. I'm like, I like these clothes.
I'm like, I'm just.
He said, bro, that's my stuff.
That's great.
I said, what, you copped the shirt already? Yeah. He said, no, bro, like, that's my clothing brand. I'm sitting next to you. I said, well, listen, you got this in a small. We all, everything's a small. And it's so crazy, and I'm just like, wow, like, it's when you put yourself in these realms of creativity, and you tell yourself, we are gonna branch off and do these things and work and work and work. You're just waiting to meet others like you, to absorb some of that energy and to create. Because now you gotta look at it like this. You guys have a fashion show. You need a host. We're gonna create something major. It's not just gonna be any little put on some clothes and walk. This is gonna be something where fireworks gotta be permitted. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's gonna be something major. But you gotta love creativity. And that's what right now I think what's really important right now is New York City is being so creative. I think creativity is at an all-time high right now. Everybody's literally stepping out of their comfort zones and try. And there's nothing wrong with that. But everybody can't do it. Yeah. And this is what I'm saying. Like, everybody could try. You could try. And it's cool. There's nothing wrong with trying. That's what you're supposed to do.
It's crazy because we just had this conversation like a few weeks ago. Like, you know, like 3-4 years ago, everybody was want to be booming down. I want to be Givenchy down. I want to be this and that down. Like, I gotta have this Balenciagas, that Balenciagas. Now everybody's wearing what they want to wear without worrying about people judging them. Like, you could wear a $5 concert tee and regular jeans, and your jeans would cost $10 and nobody cares.
And it's so crazy because I remember when we were in high school. This is back 08, 07, and I went to Brand Street. You bought New Balances, you were like a lady. But now you got, I'm getting text messages like, yo, bro, you saw these new 990s? Word. and it's amazing to me because it's like, damn, like.
I remember when it was people looked at thrifting as something like. You went to other stores.
Like, you didn't have money if you were thrifting. Now everybody thrifts.
And I'm glad that I'm sitting with some fashion designers because this is my question to you. When we were growing up, and this is a very high fashion place. When we were growing up, I need to know, were you guys True Religion guys, or were you some antique motherfuckers?
I was
Louis.
Or were you a Tabs?
I was definitely Louis and Tabs.
Because I was a Tab.
I had rugby, Tabs.
Because I was a Tab kind of cat. I was Tab and True.
You know, I was always ahead of the curve. That's because I hung out, like, my brother was older. Right. So like when dudes were still wearing jerseys and long white tees, I already had on Lacoste polos and Pradas.
And that was the next wave.
You feel me? I had APCs. You feel me? Before, like, niggas were still transitioning from Red Monkey and the
Remember
beach.
Red Monkey?
You feel me?
Roll back for
And that's what I'm saying. Like, growing up, you guys had a lot of influences with fashion. Look at all of these brands that we just named, and that's just an era. That's like a 07 maybe a 09 era.
No funny though. I feel like when it comes to like the brands I wore in high school, like I still bought what I like. Like I still bought the Guess jeans and the 7, you know, for All Mankind. But it's more like what I like still, even though I did care what brand.
You cared about the trend.
I cared about the brand, though. But I didn't buy antiques though. I didn't buy that.
I bought the Trues.
It was loud as
I feel like even when it comes to like a brand that I have on now, Supreme. Everybody looked at Supreme as like skateboard.
Oh man,
and it's funny because my homeboy Mark was just talking about this the other day. He was like, listen, Supreme is so hyped up now. Everybody wants Supreme.
So hyped up.
Everyone wants Supreme. But if you were this in middle school, high school,
no one knew.
Oh, you're like a nerd. You're a skateboarder. This and that.
You really only knew about Supreme if you were really into skateboard. Like I had Tony Hawk games and stuff. So when you were creating your play, he had on Supreme T-shirts and stuff. It wasn't like, oh, yo, I got Supreme in the game. This is like 2005. I don't even care.
That's definitely when Soho was like a legendary place to go.
Soho, and that's when if you had pictures by the brick wall, you were just. That's when you had sample sale. That's when you went to go get your coolest Habanese jeans from sample sale.
Go get the snapback hats and the red skinnies and all the other comfortable jeans.
I was saying, remember that scarf? That wolf hound? The like
black and white scarf?
The Arab scarf.
Arab scarf.
That's what it was about.
Wow. Crazy. That was Renee Red Money. That's what that song came out. That's what that song came out. You got to have the. You got that swag with your thing.
So since we're talking about brands from 07, 08, where do you guys see your brand 5 years from now? 10 years
2026. Tier NYC. Who's wearing it? Where are you guys?
So my biggest thing from the time that we made Tier NYC, and I always told Big and Eastside this, is that I want Tier NYC to be considered as an urban luxury brand. And you don't really see or get that many urban luxury brands. What I mean by that is some brands either categorized like a Louis or Supreme, or some brands either categorized as like a Supreme or like Stussy. But even now, Supreme is an urban luxury brand after that collaboration they just did with
Louis Vuitton.
Yeah, that's big.
And now it's the like #1 brand in the world, you know. And this is something I've always said that, yeah, like we're all from Brooklyn. We're all like cultured people, and I never want to leave that or lose that. But we also have those dreams of being the best of the best, the top tier of like branding and brands. So that's what we want to be, an urban luxury brand where we could cater to every type of people, every type of need, while still being true to ourselves and while still maintaining that growth mindset. And even like 4 or 5 years from now, my ultimate dream is to have my own studio space, to have private events, fashion shows, photo shoots, everything. And I even was gonna name that Tier Studios. You know, so that's like our ultimate. Right now we have our brand, we have our website. So we still go back and forth if we just want to keep a website or put stuff in different stores that has access to put stuff in their stores, or open up our own store, or open up our own store and still sell other stuff. So there's still a lot of like things that go and like to that, you know.
And it's all down the road, and that's the best part about it too, because even what you just said, that's like us. Our whole approach with having 360 Brunch is bringing these well-rounded individuals. That's the whole point of us naming us 360, because we felt like we were very well-rounded in a lot of areas. You know, I'm from Canarsie, Carla's from the Star. She went to Penn State. That's a predominantly white institution. Delaware State, black institution. And then we were able to create our platforms as hosts there, at a white school, at a black school. But you can do what you do for white people. I can do what I do for white people, black people. We were just well-rounded. And then it's like, right now in New York City, that voice for the younger generation isn't strong enough. You know, you turn on the radio, we're forced to listen to Ebro. We're forced to listen to Angela Martinez. We're forced to relate to Charlamagne.
And they're not really in the millennial group. They're older.
You see what I'm saying?
35 plus.
And that's
sorry to cut you off, but even the music now, like they have such a platform, and like that's what we trying to be, like, you know, for as far as artists and like creatives alike, to be that platform for them. But when it comes to 97, their platform for people who make music. Like honestly, that's their breakaway through. So like even 6ix9ine, like his shit had to pop in the streets before they play that shit. 107, like
and that's the thing, because it's like, you got to see it like this. Like right now, we are the only voices for the streets
in Brooklyn, right?
and that's what makes it so. That makes it fun.
And we're not only
the Breakfast Club doesn't have Tier NYC.
Right. We're not doing.
And by the time they have Tier NYC,
they don't wait till we blow up.
Right.
Exactly. You know?
And they're gonna wait until 360's blown up, but it's fine, because guess what? We got the streets right now.
We're providing that lane for you guys.
We are the platform, and that's the biggest thing for us. The same way you guys are a platform for urban luxury wear, we're the platform for the new wave of New York City. You guys are the new wave of fashion.
And even when it just comes to platform in general, just like Eastside brought this up at our like brunch meeting that we just had. Like we are planning an event where we can invite artists out, people that rap, sing, do poetry, everything, just to create that platform and to create that space for them to really get what they have to get out there to different people, to different minds and voices, whoever want to hear or watch what they have to say or offer or do. And even like when another platform, when it comes to just me and Vic, a lot of people don't think or a lot of people don't expect me to be a teacher, but I'm actually an art teacher. I teach kindergarten through 4th grade. And Vic teaches
kindergarten through 5th grade.
You know, and it's just like, that's another platform, because now we're giving back to our area and our community that we grew up in, and giving back to people that may not have or had the influences or the mindsets that we had. If we all think about it, when we were younger, all our teachers was 50, 60 years old, and they were from white neighborhoods.
They were from Bay Ridge, and she said that.
And every day after they teach, they went back to the hand. It's like you could, like, these kids these days can relate so much more, and they're so smart. They're so ahead of their time. Like I know kindergartners that are smarter than people that's in 8th, 9th, 10th grade. You know, and it's really crazy.
360 appreciate y'all. We quite sure the streets appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for coming through.
Tier NYC.
Keep creating. Y'all gotta come back in the spring. We want to see that spring collection.
Yes, the spring collection. And don't forget to show the camera because trust me, you guys are going up on our YouTube channel.
Yeah, we need all this footage.
Everybody will see what's going on.
But before we end this, we definitely got to get one of the masterminds behind a lot of what Tia do, and that's Cav Designs.
Cav Designs.
An amazing designer. She designs a lot of Tia content,
Okay.
and she works very hard. She also has her own designing business, and she's just a dope.
Big up the sound. Big up the sound.
Girl power. I see you over there.
She's real big over there. Girl power.
She's definitely one of my mentors when it comes to graphic design.
Okay.
And then of course, you know, Pierre, he gotta come up here one day.
Yes, trust me. Not to mention, he actually has a piece of artwork right now that just was delivered to P. Diddy.
Ooh,
Major.
levels. That's major.
So,
Major
big shout outs to Pierre. Big shout outs to Pierre.
I'm good bros, Dino. Shout out to Dino for doing that.
And let's not forget, ladies and gentlemen, this is Brooklyn.
Yes.
This is the new wave of New York City, ladies and
The
gentlemen.
only way we know, the takeover way, the punch way, stepping on necks, like I said, savage.
This is the best time. But it's your boy Shop Boogie.
Your girl is Carla L.
Tier NYC, thank you for coming through.